What's up everyone? Welcome back to our channel. How are all of you guys doing? Angel needs to come back on the channel. I can't hold down the fort by myself. Welcome back to the channel everyone. If you are not subscribed, go ahead and do so already. I have a feeling that there's some of you that come to watch our videos that have not yet subscribed, so definitely hit that big red button that's down below. Alright, so today's video is on minimalism, but more specifically, my true thoughts and feelings about being a minimalist and just minimalism in general. So I started to adapt the minimalist lifestyle 2 years ago. Whoa, it's been 2 years. Whoa. I did this when I was preparing to move to Thailand because obviously I couldn't bring everything with me, because before I became a minimalist I had so much stuff. So much. When I graduated from high school and I was moving to Utah, it took 2 carloads to get my stuff to Utah. That's so embarrassing. And most of it was clothes. So obviously I had to get rid of quite a bit if I wanted to go move to Thailand, because I knew once I got in Thailand, I knew that there was going to be a lot of moving around within Thailand. So I needed everything to fit into one suitcase. So I went from having a ton of stuff, 2 carloads, to making it so it could fit into 2 huge suitcases. Then I realized that that's ridiculous and I didn't want to carry around 2 huge suitcases throughout Thailand, so I downsized it to 1 suitcase. Those were like the more like extreme minimalist days. You know, I'm not gonna lie, like it really wasn't that hard. I think when I first started, it seemed like something that I maybe couldn't do and just something that I wanted to do, but I don't know, like I look back and I'm just like, you know, it really wasn't that hard to just get rid of a bunch of stuff, because I think in that circumstance I cared more about living in Thailand and getting out of America than I did about having a bunch of clothes. So I think I was a-okay with getting rid of a lot of stuff to make that happen. Since then, I, came back to America and I slowly started to get a little bit more of a wardrobe, because let me tell you, it's not fun wearing the same stuff every day. I will say that's like the biggest downfall of this, is that I'm somebody who really likes fashion. I like getting up in the morning and I like picking out what I'm gonna wear for the day, and I like getting dressed up in a really cool outfit and putting on makeup and getting my hair, looking all nice. It makes me feel like I'm ready to conquer anything throughout the day. So that is something that's part of my life. So I'm not gonna lie, being that extreme minimalist took that away from me. And I did not like that at all. So since I've come back to America, I have slowly accepted that having a little bit bigger of a wardrobe is okay. And what I want to say with that is, my opinion, and this is my opinion, I feel like everybody looks at minimalism in a different way, but I think that minimalism is owning the stuff that you need, and that can include the stuff that makes you happy, because obviously that is a need. If having a big wardrobe is something that makes you happy, then that's a need. Because again, like I said, if that is something that's important and something that makes you happy, and to think if it was gone and it would actually bother you, then obviously that's something that you need in your life. And that sounds kind of silly, but that's in my case. And that is something that, wow, I sound winded talking right now. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of am. I'm like in a long sleeve right now and it's hot, and I don't know why I did that to myself. Anyway, back on track. So, as silly as it sounds, having clothes and like a wardrobe that I really enjoy and having options brings me a lot of happiness, and it weirdly helps with my mental health. So I take that as something that I need in my life. Obviously I don't have like a gigantic wardrobe, like it's still pretty small, but what I'm trying to say is minimalism isn't always about owning nothing. Minimalism in my mind is just owning the stuff you need and the stuff that makes you happy. Okay, so I think of it as, picture there's a scale, okay? On this end, you have your extreme minimalists, and those are the people who live out of backpacks and that's all they own. Then there are the people who are minimalists, but they're more comfortable. They are comfortable minimalists. They don't live out of a backpack. They actually, have a home and they decorate it and they have more stuff. But it's only stuff that they need and stuff that makes them happy and nothing more. Then there's the people in the middle here who have the stuff that makes them happy, but they also have like a storage room or a storage unit or like a garage that has just boxes of stuff that they never touch and they honestly forget that they own. Then there's people over here who are hoarders, who own everything and never get rid of anything. That is kind of how I see it. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being any of those people. I'm just saying that I went from being a more extreme minimalist to now being a more comfortable minimalist. And that allows me to, you know, in the future, because I'm already thinking about this, okay? I'm already thinking about me and Angel settling down, having an apartment somewhere, having like a home base that we go back to every time we travel. So I'm already thinking of when we're going to have an apartment and like a home of our own, because that's going to happen, you know? And it's not like I'm going to make it so there's nothing in our apartment. I mean, our first home that we had after getting married, it was a bare apartment. Like, we had nothing in there. We had a bed to sleep on, and we had a couch. That's all we gave us. But other than that, we had nothing. We didn't have a dining room table. We did not have any sort of seating. We had a TV that just like leaned up against the wall on the floor. Gosh. So our home is not going to be like that, because I believe that it's important for your home to feel all warm and cozy and to feel like a home when you walk into it. And more likely than not, it's not going to feel like a home if you have nothing in there. So there's nothing wrong with hanging up pictures or having like select items that you like as your decorations, or having like a small library if you like to read, or having furniture. Like, that does not mean that you're not a minimalist. When I think of my future home with Angel, I think of it being homey, you know, having furniture that we enjoy, having little decorations that make it feel like home, hanging pictures from our wedding and with family and friends, and having a nice little dining room where we can sit down and eat, and having a bedroom where it's very relaxing to go into, maybe having candles so that, you know, if we had a hard day, we can light a candle and feel like at home and relaxed. There is nothing wrong with that. But I don't want us to have a storage unit that's full of stuff that we forget that we even have, because that is not being a minimalist to me. To me, being a minimalist is owning stuff that you know you have. And there's a purpose for everything that you own. Again, that purpose can simply be that it brings you happiness. That is what I think about minimalism. Those are my thoughts. And, you know, like I said, I used to be somebody who was the more extreme minimalist, but I found that it just wasn't making me totally happy. So I transitioned to more of a comfortable minimalist life. And I'm probably going to stick with this the rest of my life. I don't know if this was helpful to anyone, but I just kind of wanted to like get that out there, because I've been thinking a lot about this and how everybody, I feel like when they think the word minimalist, they think, oh, that's somebody who like lives out of a backpack. But really, you can have a big home if you want. You can live in a mansion and be a minimalist. It's dependent on who you are, what makes you happy, what your needs are. It's different for every single person. Right now, me and Angel still don't own that much, but that's simply just because we're nomads. We don't really have a home. We just live on the road, so we can't really own a lot. Anyway, I hope that this was kind of helpful to anyone who's watching, anyone who's interested in the idea of minimalism. Maybe you're thinking of becoming a minimalist. I know that my mom right now, she really wants to be a minimalist, but she has like a lot of decorations, but she loves to decorate, but she thinks that that means that she's not a minimalist. And I'm like, you can be a minimalist and have decorations. Like, that's something that brings you joy. That's something that you love. That's something, because it's very important for my mom to have her home feel like home. And when like guests come in, she wants them to feel like they're comfortable, that they can like just sit down and relax and have a good time. So, you know, that's fine. She can continue to do that, and I'm trying to educate my mom on that. But I would say the only thing for her is just that she is one of those people that does have like boxes of things that she kind of forgets about, and that's the only thing that's stopping her from, in my opinion, being a minimalist. So, you know, if you're kind of in the same situation, just consider that. Like, literally just ask yourself, is there anything I own that I don't need, or I forget that I even have it, or it doesn't bring me happiness? And get rid of it. That's it. I mean, obviously, if you forget that you own something, it should be pretty easy to get rid of it. again, I kind of just wanted to like get this out there for you guys to hear. It's been on my mind a little bit as we've been traveling this summer. I've just been thinking a lot about minimalism and what it means to be a minimalist. Like, what does that kind of lifestyle look like, and what does it look like when you're starting to build a family and all of that. So thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to give it a like and to subscribe if you have not yet. And yeah, you guys will be seeing me in the next video. Sorry, it's gonna be a little bit longer than what I said. It's gonna be until the end of September, until Angel comes back on. Don't worry, I want him back too. Like, I just feel like I'm not entertaining enough to be on here alone. So crossing my fingers that he really will be back next month. So just a couple more weeks of me. But yeah, just give me a break. I'm trying to make these videos entertaining on my own. I'll see you guys in the next video.